When creating a balanced acupoint combination, it's important to consider how the points on the left and right sides of the body balance one another. The issue of balancing the right and left sides when needling has two aspects. The first involves treating a unilateral joint or channel problem by balancing the acupoint combination in terms of left-right. The second involves deliberately using unilateral acupoints to produce a certain effect. The first section today, we're going to talk about balancing left and right when treating a unilateral problem. It's necessary to pay attention to balancing left and right by adding 1 or 2 points on the opposite end when treating a unilateral joint or channel problem. For example, a patient with a chronic left shoulder pain along the large intestine channel, we might use 剑鱼, 曲翅, and 合谷. One way of balancing left and right may be to needle 连穴 on the right side. This would achieve the effect of balancing left and right, and also yin and yang. The second section today is about unilateral needling applied to produce a certain effect. Generally speaking, in the majority of cases, bilateral needling is the rule. This technique is adopted when a strong effect is needed. However, there are cases when unilateral needling may be indicated. Number 1. Nervous patients or who are being treated for the first time. Number 2. Patients with severe deficiency of Qi and blood. Number 3. Reducing the number of needles without compromising the therapeutic effect. Unilateral needling balancing the point on the left with another on the right side can sometimes give even better results than bilateral needling. According to Giovanni, he tends to use unilateral needling to move Qi and blood, and bilateral needling to tonify Qi and nourish blood or yin. For instance, if patients suffer from invasion of stagnant liver Qi to stomach and spleen, we could choose Tai Chong on one side to eliminate stagnation of liver Qi or blood, and Nei Guan on the other side to move blood and calm the mind. Very often, this situation is also accompanied by a deficiency of stomach and spleen. In such cases, we could choose Nei Guan in one side, Tai Chong on the other, and Zhu San Li and San Yin Tiao bilaterally. The combination of these 4 points can tonify stomach and spleen, calm the mind, and eliminate stagnation of liver Qi or blood. Another example could be the combination of Nei Guan on one side and Feng Long on the other side. Nei Guan harmonizes the stomach and Feng Long calms the stomach in excess problems. This combination has a good effect in treating stomach problems of excess nature. How to choose acupoints for unilateral needling method. Number 1. Based on experience. For example, the combination of Nei Guan and Tai Chong to move Qi, calm the mind, settle the ethereal soul, or the combination of Nei Guan and Feng Long to calm the mind and stomach in excess problems. Number 2. Acupoints on the channel of the same polarity. For example, we can use Wai Guan on one side and Xia on the other for leisure young type of headache, or He Gu and Zhu San Li for bright young headache. Number 3. Connecting points. These acupoints often used on the opposite side to the disease side in chronic conditions when the channel is in a deficient state. For example, if we are treating a chronic pain of the arm along the large intestine channel and the channel on the disease side is in an empty condition, we could choose 列穴 on the healthy side with reducing or even method to balance left and right and shift Qi from the healthy to the disease side. Let's summarize what I've said in this video. Number 1. Balancing acupoints between left and right sides of the body is one of the important principles to make a balanced acupoint combination and can create a specific effect. Number 2. Generally speaking, in the majority of cases, bilateral needling is the rule. This technique is adopted when a strong effect is needed. However, there are cases when unilateral needling may be indicated. There are some ways to choose acupoints for unilateral needling method. Based on experience, acupoints on the channel of the same polarity and connecting points. And that's all I want to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.